Are you guys just gonna sit there and listen to nothing, to air? Are you guys gonna say hi? don't know why y'all come in here to just watch, honestly. I don't get it. I want one of you guys to explain that to me one day. Why y'all just sit back and watch. Cause I'm not even talking. Mm, my phone. I did your reading the other day. I sent you a note on in PayPal. You just have to go back to it because I don't think I could see the note anymore. Finish eating now. Eating a snack of white cheddar. Okay. You gotta look at the notes. It's the same day that you sent the payment. That's when I did it. It was the same day. So, go to PayPal whenever you're gonna see the notes there. So whatever the note is from, because honestly I don't remember. It was done the same day though. Whatever that live was. All right, Jess, you could post your question. Go back to December. Hi girls, how are you? Okay, so it is, let me see. Alright, so it is just um Eternal Sunshine and then NY. Hi Gypsy, how are you? I don't know why this thing. Hi everyone that's in here, can you guys please like the stream? It doesn't, I don't know why YouTube doesn't scroll up, so I'm just now seeing the chat. I'm good. I'm doing good. Working my schedule. All right, let's see for Jess. How is Jay feeling about Jess? Let's see, how is Jay feeling about Jess? How is Jay feeling about Jess? How is Jay feeling about Jess? Alright, we got the Three of Swords. How is Jay feeling about... Okay, that's way 20 cards, but I'm going to take this one that flipped. The Justice. The Hangman reverse. The Knight of Wands. The Tower. The Nine of Cups. I feel like he's feeling the physical distance is what I'm getting with the Three of Swords. I don't feel like obviously he doesn't like it. There is a sense of feeling the physical distance here. I feel like he wants to bring some type of balance, have some clarity with you. This for me feels like doing something that causes an effect, right? Because the Justice card is all about cause and effect. So like doing something that creates something. So this could be like speaking to you in order for you to speak to him. The Hangman tells me that he's already made a decision to come towards you. I also feel the thing is here, clarify this, Hangman. Clarify the Hangman. The Ten of Pentacles. See, I feel like something was a little bit... I feel like he doesn't feel something like personal. Like, I feel like he may feel like... You know how there's people that's like, when I get this in order, then I'll make this happen. He could be there, but he's feeling like... I feel like he feels like even though he may not be like, I guess like financially stable, I would say, because the Ten of Pentacles, or just stable in general, is what maybe has held him back. But he's getting to the point where he feels like something has to happen here. In order for him to have this Nine of Cups with you, he has to make something happen. And I feel like he's being pushed to do it. So the Tower being here to me tells me that I feel like he goes back and forth with like coming towards you, but with the Tower, it's like he's being pushed to do it, and he knows that something has to change. Like he's aware that he has to... Yeah, look, the Wheel of Fortune. He's aware that he has to make something happen in order for him to again have a Nine of Cups with you. Show me the Wheel of Fortune. Look, the Two of Pentacles with the King of Swords. I feel like he will find that balance, or whatever it is that he's trying, that he's looking for. But I don't know what it is, just to be honest. I can't say. I don't see it. I feel like it is that sense of like maybe not feeling like financially he's at a good place, or stability is not at the right place for him. So that could be what has been holding him back. But I feel like he is going to be pushed to find the clarity and just make something happen, come in more bold is what I'm getting. So I feel like that's how he's feeling right now. There is romantic feelings here, but there's challenges too. You do have the Queen of Cups at the bottom. So you are showing up as a pair, even though there's a little bit of challenges. But the Seven of Wands for me is also that card is like you're going to fight through those challenges. you're going to overcome the challenges. So whatever it is that's holding him back, that's causing him again to like question like whether he can do this or not. It's like he's making, you know, when we say like don't make your manifestation conditional to something else, like, you know, some people are like, I want to lose weight first before I, you know, whatever. No, like it doesn't matter. So it's like he's making something happen here. He's making it conditional to something else, but I feel like he's gonna come out of that, or he at least is coming out of that, because again, the Hangman reverse tells me like he's no longer at pause. So that's what I have for you, Jazz. I feel like he struggles a lot with like being decisive, and I think that that's something that has been showing up for him a lot recently. Like when he goes back and forth on decisions, instead of just being like, fuck it, I'ma just do it. But I think that it comes from him being like, fuck it, I'ma just do it, and then making bad decisions. So he has to find like the common ground. Like he has to find the medium here, like the balance. Whatever that looks like for him. Because he can't be more one than the other, is what I get. He could have like one of those like really drastic personalities. So yeah, I feel like he's gonna get it. You're welcome, Just thank you. All right, 9, you can go ahead and post. I believe you sent for a yes or no, right? It's so rainy over here and gloomy, and that makes me like just want to lay down, but I'm not tired. And you know what? I need to start burning some like energy, because lately I've just been having way too much energy at night. Um, all right, I got you right now. Let me see. Let me grab. I'm sorry, I have to actually take my vitamins. Let me take them now early, because I think I've been taking them too late. All right, let's see. All right, and you sent for a simple yes or no. So I'm just gonna give you a simple yes or no. So let's see. For 9, I'm hoping to sell my house, but there are some complications, and I'm wondering if this couple will move forward and close on the house. Let's see. Will this couple move forward and close on the house for 9? Oh my God, my nose is itchy. All right, let's see. Will they move forward and close on the house for it? The couple that she is talking about is, are they going to move forward and close on the house? Is this couple going to move forward and close on the house? Okay, this is for 9. Is this couple going to move forward and close on the house? I have the Ace of Swords. That's a yes for me. And I feel like you're going to get clarity from them pretty soon. And you have the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom. So I'm getting a yes. The Ten of Pentacles could be a little slow, so it may take a little time. But I do feel like you're going to get a yes. And you have clarity coming in with that yes. And I feel like you're going to get exactly what you're wanting with that Ten of Pentacles. So that is for you, love. I hope that was helpful. It looks good to me. It's gloomy over there too, Jess? Yeah, it's gloomy. It was raining and it's like a little muggy. I was updating my planner again. Well, I was doing November. I gotta do December. Hi, Anila, how are you? All right, Sunshine, you can go ahead and post. I'm good. I was just saying, like, you're welcome, Night. Good luck with everything. But I feel like you're gonna get exactly what you're wanting. Um, so yeah, good luck. But it looks good. I've been having way too much energy. I need to start working out again. I think that's what it is. I usually wouldn't think twice about an interaction like this, but when I tell you he matches the description I got in of for a future partner, like scarily. All right, Anila, am I right? Thinking this guy was hitting on me. All right, let's see. For sun card. Let's see. Just this morning, I woke up. I was doing my affirmations. I couldn't stop fucking laughing about last night. I don't know why. I don't know why I still find it funny. I don't know. All right, let's see for sun card. Let's see. Let's see. Is she right about this spirit? Was he flirting with her? Was he hitting on her? Was he hitting on her? Not flirting. Was he hitting on her? The Death card. The Fool. The Seven of Cups. So I feel like, okay, let me get more. But I feel like your message here, I feel like Spirit wants you to stop overthinking. And I know I just saw you mention overthinking. I feel like Spirit's telling you to stop overthinking. Um, they're saying you're missing out by overthinking. It's like you have to, how can I say it? Like, it's almost like, it's not a like self-esteem thing. How can I put it? It's almost like you're questioning your own, one, you're questioning your intuition. Your intuition is here. So they're saying trust your intuition. You're needing to be more free. Like you're needing to be more free when it comes to like maybe partnerships, when it comes to like people, but also like in general, like needing to be more free, more have more fun with your imagination. I hope that makes sense. I feel like they're saying like you're being too strict with yourself, and like you're that's what causes the overthinking. So it's almost like you're not seeing like your full potential when you question if when you question things like this. Let me show me the Seven of Cups. Like you're clouding your own judgment is what I'm saying, what I'm seeing here. Yeah, look, because there was definitely attraction there. He was definitely hitting on you, and they're saying you're questioning it, and they're wanting you to figure out why are you questioning it when you are powerful, like you're showing up as the high priestess, right? You need to transform from that uncertainty to like more being more sure of yourself, being more free, like having more fun, because the sun is here too, and the sun is all about fun, right? It's like a very like innocent energy where you're just having fun, and they're saying to have more fun when it comes to life in general. Because for me, the Fool can talk about like a life journey. It's like I'm ready and I'm not looking back, and I don't care if what's in the way. I'm gonna keep it moving, but I'm gonna have a good time. I'm gonna just go for it. So they're needing you to just go for it when you're, and obviously I'm not saying like go and talk to the person, right? You, if you're not comfortable with that, but it's more so like being more secure within self, to know that who you are and what you're attracting. So I don't know if there's a question there too, but you're the magician here, and the magician can have whatever they want. The magician could create whatever he wants. So be that, it's gonna sound cheesy, but like magical energy, magnetic energy, like knowing that you are magnetic, so you are receiving what you're wanting. So definitely being more certain with yourself. Let me see. Yeah, I'm pretty strict with myself. Like I catch him looking at me. His eyes literally don't leave me. And he was complimenting me. Oh, I could call him. Okay. I did say to myself after that I have to stop being so serious. Yeah. It's like they're wanting you to just be more free, like more, don't overthink so much, because I feel like you could be causing your own like delays here. You don't, there's, I don't believe in blocks. I don't believe in blocks at all, or like mountains, or like I don't believe in any of that, but I do believe that you can cause delays. So I feel like you could be causing your own delays by overthinking. And they're saying like this is in general, but because you're asking about him, it could be with partnership too, right? Not could be, it is with partnerships too. You're overthinking, and it's like hell no, like you are who you think you are, and you need to like embody that more within self, because I don't feel like people notice it. You know how like some people can pick up on people's energy and notice it. Yours is a little bit more like blocked off from people being able to like see that, unless like eventually it comes, like they start to pick up on it. But with you is more so you look so secure on the outside, you're just questioning yourself on the inside, and they're saying not to do that, just have more fun. But I definitely feel like he was definitely he's definitely attracted to you, he's definitely into you, and there's definitely a lot of like interest here. So feel don't think twice about it. Don't think twice about it. Be more secure in what you're feeling. Because remember, I'm also a believer that your thoughts overcreate. And if you decide that's what it is, and that's what it is, right? So whether it's good or bad. So just being more secure in what you're deciding. So that it comes in, if you're wanting it to come in, it comes in on a more balanced level, and not on a like off balance. Anything else when it comes to this person? Oh, he does? Yeah, so you'll see him again. Yeah, I feel like you're going to see him again too. Like the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, you see, if you get out of your head, Sun card, you're going to have your Ten of Pentacles. Whether it's with him or someone else, you just have to get out of your head. You have to figure out why. There has to be something that causes this. And you have to figure out what that is so that you can overcome it. Like, let it go. So that's what I have for you, love. I've always been out the game. I've also been out the game for how many? So I feel like man, be trying to walk for the first. Yeah, that makes sense. I just feel like for me, I think the more you embody like being more secure with that, because I feel like I'm not a big believer of needing to like baby step. I know that's probably sounds bad, but I feel like I think that's weird. We've been accustomed to, oh, it takes time, and you know, it takes time to like heal, or it takes time to like put yourself out there. But I feel like the sooner you are more like embody that secure, that being secure within yourself and like your decision making, because I feel like I was saying this to someone on here the other day. I said I feel like maybe I don't know if it was on here or somebody that I coach, but I was saying how I realized that a lot of times it's not even that we don't trust the people, it's that we don't trust ourselves and our decision making. And the sooner you kind of just like start to trust yourself and your decision making, you'll be fine. There's no need to go through all these like long healing processes that like we've been accustomed to learning. And it's like, whew, whew, I see so much stuff that even me, like, I've got accustomed to, and I'm like, no. Like, I was talking to one of my friends, she believes in manifestation, she does a lot of other things, she does more like law of attraction, and she was like, well, manifestation takes long, and I was like, no, it doesn't. It only takes as long as you believe it does. So I feel like I'm afraid to get excited about a person or something. And yeah, so you have to get past that core belief too. That's a core belief that you have, and you got to break out of that. Anything that I would definitely say, like, for anybody that's in here right now, write down what your core beliefs are when it comes to relationships like that. Like, I had a belief that's why I had to cut a friend off, because I know lie. I'm like, every time I tell her something, like, it just goes straight to hell. Like, all hell breaks loose. I'm not even joking. So I took a step back, like, not even a step back. I haven't talked to her in, like, it's going on 3 months, because I noticed that, like, every time I tell, I swear to y'all, and I'm not even joking, last year when I tell everything that I wanted, I mean, I'm back to that now, was just flowing in. And guess who I wasn't in contact with? Her. As soon as I got in contact with her in December, like January, December, January, when I tell you within days, all hell broke loose. All hell broke fucking loose. And I was like, you know what? I can either change my assumption about her, or I just could cut her off. And I just decided to cut her off. But yeah, I would definitely, like, go to your core. Like, what are your beliefs when it comes to love? So, like, me too, like, I had this thing where I was like, as soon as I tell people, I know we've all heard this before, as soon as we tell somebody good news, it all goes to hell. Gotta change that too. Gotta change that too. So you just gotta change your core beliefs around relationships, and it's relationships in general, not just like romantic partners. And the more you, like, change those beliefs, like, the easier it gets, because they're just beliefs that we created from either our own experiences or other people. So yeah, I would definitely change that. Because that only blocks, like I said, there's no blockages, but that only delays you. But it can definitely, like, cause resistance on you moving forward in, like, a more healthy way. So I would be like, yeah, every time I get excited about a person, they show up tenfold. My manifestation have been happening, but how or what can I do in terms of manifestation to get something to stop lying? I would say, to be honest with you, I would stop focusing on that version of him. Like, whatever truth that you're trying to find, I would just, honestly, I wouldn't even care. Like, I know that that's hard to do, but I always tell people, like, if you're gonna keep focusing on that, you're just gonna keep getting that version of him. So I would definitely, like, stop focusing on that version of him and focus on the version of him you want to experience, because that only holds you back. That's another thing that only holds you back. You're focused on the old story, and you can't, and this is from my own experience, it's not a limiting belief, it's just, you can't be tapping into the a new version of someone, and then but still holding on to that past version of them. I would just forgive him for whatever's happened up until this point, even if you don't know the full truth, and just move on from it, and just focus on the new version of them. That's what I would do, and that's what I tell people that I coach. I don't really care what he's been doing up until now. I know that sounds rough, but I'm gonna just be honest. If you keep focusing on that version of him, and, like, trying to dig for stuff and trying to find, you're just claiming the old version of him. So you're being double minded, if that makes sense. Like, that's being double minded. Like, you just have to decide right now, from this day forward, what version of him do I want to experience, and that's that. And yeah, me and Jess always say this. Me and Jess been manifestation buddies for, like, like, what, a year and a half now, Jess. And we always say that what you focus on grows. And, nobody is perfect, but I feel like the more you keep trying to find answers to, like, something that's already happened, you're just keeping yourself stuck. And you don't want that. Like, you can't be double minded, if that makes sense. Seem like he deposited from my students. Let me see. If y'all seen the shit that I've seen in my 3D, and I was just like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you have to have that I don't give a fuck, because the more you claim something, the more it's there. Let's see, what else can I do with this one? This is college expenses. What is he gonna do with this one? The strength card. The Four of Swords. The Temperance. The Two of Swords. So you know what I'm getting? I feel like he is holding back some information, but you know what? I do get that he's using definitely most of that money for college expenses, because I'm getting like when you're washing one hand with the other, so it's almost like I'm getting this money but I'm putting it back into that. um Show me that Temperance. The Eight of Swords. The Eight of Cups. He's stressed about something with school. Like, I don't know, is he like on a tool? Like, I'm assuming he's not like on a scholarship, is what I'm getting here, that he's not. And I feel like there is stress around school, so I am definitely getting like washing one hand with the other. So it's almost like, how I could put it is like, yeah, like he's receiving this money, but instead of like spending it, he's like on himself, he is using it for, he's pouring it back into the school. Oh my God. Yeah, I feel like I feel like he is holding back some information. I don't know what is stressing him out, to be honest. I'm trying to see what it is, but it feels like very closed off. I think it's just, I don't know how much school is for him or what. He is in the army, so yes, he gets money, but I know he has due from last semester. Oh, he has dues from last semester that he has to pay. Yeah, that, because literally for me it's like when you're pouring out of a cup, but you're pouring back into almost the same cup. So it's like, for me, like when I did my lip glosses, like I sold out the first month, and but almost the whole thing went right back into the lip glosses for the next month. So I didn't really see like a full profit till like 3 months later. So that's what I'm getting, because it does feel that way. It feels like he's washing one hand with the other, pouring it right back into where it came from in a different way. So I don't feel like he's doing anything outside of money. Maybe a little bit of it. That's why he's not saying fooling. Maybe like, but I'm getting like it's small. Like whatever it is, the amount that he's keeping for himself is, it's small. So, um, yeah, yeah, because he feels like, because that's how and I'm saying this, and I'm not like trying to cover, but when I was like in in college, like I wish that I would, that money that I would get at the end of the semesters, I wish I would have poured that shit right back into my school loans, because it's really not your fucking money. Like you end up having to pay that money back. So I do feel like he is being honest about it. Um and I feel like he all right, so this is the thing. Why he didn't want to tell you, I want to figure out why. He's just didn't say from the beginning. The Magician, the World. The Four of Pentacles reversed. I don't know why he feels that he can't tell you stuff. Like what? Like this doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why he feels like this is, this comes down to, I'm gonna be honest, like power. Like being like on a power trip, like it's like he makes decisions, and he feels like he doesn't have to run it by you, even though you show up as the Empress. So you're showing up more as higher level than him. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, he feels like I don't need to tell you anything. Wait, let me see. Uh, he said I'm the provider, so I gotta manage expenses and blah blah blah. Why does it matter? What do I need to tell? Oh, exactly why it doesn't add up, and I've been trying to understand. I'll double up on my affirmation. Yeah, just do it, because I feel like it's what I've told you before. Like when you're manifesting, you're gonna see some bullshit, and you decide if you're gonna like unpack and stay there, or if you're gonna keep focusing on the version that you want to experience. Um, yeah, you know what? Write a fuck you letter and rip that bitch up. That's what I write. Write a fuck you letter. Like, say how you feel. Say all the shit that you may not say because it could cause a fight. And that's what I would do. I wouldn't even argue with him. I would just let him go ahead. He wins. And then in that same letter at the bottom, like, or whatever, if it's a two-page, whatever, you write a command letter and you tell him what the fuck he's gonna do from now on. And you have to rip that bitch up, throw it away, and whatever you write on there, you just know you have to be assertive that that's how he's gonna show up. And you keep being assertive until he shows up that way. Like, I would do that. Like, the command letters, the fuck you letters with the command letters, just could tell you how they work for us. Like, we do not play. I said money was gonna show up in my bank account. I wrote a fuck you letter to money too, and guess what? It did. Yeah, see, I'm in his accounts. I said, bro, what you had in your account in your bank that you're so paranoid? Yeah, I don't know why. I don't get like he's hiding something. It's just almost like he wants to have like power over you, because again, you're showing up as the Empress, so you're showing up as more in alignment than he is, because he's showing up as the King of Cups. I just feel like it's more of a power trip where he's trying to be like, yeah, it's my shit, and I'm the one that runs the show here. Is like how he's showing up for me, is what I'm getting from him, because I do feel like he's being honest about what he's doing with the money, but I feel like he's just in this place of like, I'm not gonna tell, I don't need to tell her what I'm doing. Oh my God. Oh, he does. See, yeah, you see, that's what I get from, like, he's running the show. But I don't feel like there's like, oh my God, like he's spending money on like tricking or something like that. Because I did ask Spirit, I'm like, is he like tricking or something? I wasn't getting that. They're like, no. I feel like he was being honest about that. He's just feeling like he don't gotta tell you shit. Like, he is just power trip, is what I'm getting. I would be like, all right, you run the show. Let me know how that goes. Yeah, I feel like he could also be like trying to hold off on overspending for rainy, because I just heard rainy days. So he could be doing that too, where he's just not saying nothing to you. Like, I don't know if there's a little bit of worry about something here when it comes to finances. Yeah, you see, like, he's being very, like, tight on what he's spending. He's being strategic about what he's spending. So there could be a thing where, let's just say I don't know, if he was worried about like not having money in the future, like he could be entering a phase like that. People do get into those. I know that when I got into that phase where I was like real mindful of spending, I don't give a fuck if I had no, I don't think he's moving. No, I didn't get anything about him moving. uh I feel like he's saving for like, I feel like it's like like I was just about to say, like I remember when I got into like a phase of like, yo, when I get into my phase of like not spending, I will not spend. Like, I that just happened to me this week when I noticed how much I was spending on food. I was like, yeah, I'm not fucking ordering out. Like all the money that I spent last weekend on ordering out in like 3 days, I'm like, I could have went and did food shopping for 2 weeks with that. Um, let me see. Is he saving some more? I'm getting a no for saving to move. I'm getting a no. Does he watch like, is he into politics? I don't know why I'm getting that. If he's into politics, if he is up to keeping himself up to date with that stuff, there could be that too, because right now we don't know what the fuck is going on or what the fuck is about to happen. He is into pot, girl. He's into pot, girl. I don't know why that hit me. That was really random. Oh, he do. It's too much, but you know what? I don't know which side he parts with, but I feel like I have a lot of people that I know, I'm not gonna say friends, that are conservatives, and even they're worried about like what's happening in our country. And I feel like a lot of them are regretful about the way they voted. And they're just seeing stuff that's happening that is scary. Okay, so he is sharing about Palestine. So then he's definitely on, yeah, what I'm gonna say, the right side. So he's definitely seeing. I'm gonna tell you something. I used to be very into politics. I just started getting back into politics, and it's because I just started to see way too much of what this administration is doing. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm not trying to scare anybody, but y'all need to be aware, because what they're doing with censoring, taking over TikTok. Soon you're only going to be seeing certain shit. It feels like they're wanting to lean towards certain religions. And again, not trying to scare anyone, but I would definitely say stay aware. Do you guys ever talk about like politics? I know, like I said, I started getting back into it now. I stopped in like 2021, but I started getting into it now because again, I'm seeing stuff that y'all should be aware of, is what I was saying. I'm not gonna tell anyone what side to pick, but yeah, this administration is doing a lot of stuff, like when it comes to women's rights, when it comes to general rights at all, like in general. And when it comes to money, when it comes to a lot of things. So I always tell everyone, do your research, because I don't side with either side, but I do side with who resonates with me more, like when it comes to like beliefs. And yeah, they're doing some shit that, like, yeah, it's just scary, is what I was saying. So I'm gonna keep it there. I found out they have a whole group. Really? That's crazy. Did you ask him? Shay, you could post your question. Yeah, Justin, me too. I was like, "Ugh, I'm trying to stay away." But then it's like just too much is going on when it comes to like, you know, like he had Texas remap so they could take over like certain Democratic seats for the Senate. Like it's just, all I'm gonna say is go vote in November. Go vote. Like for midterms, definitely go vote, because they're doing certain things that's just kind of fucking crazy. And the thing is this, he is forcing his hand on people, and it's just, are you a president or are you a dictator? And like the Jimmy Kimmel, like y'all saw what happened with him, right? They took him off air, but guess what happened? Everybody boycotted Disney. Like there was people that said they canceled their cruises, they canceled their tickets to the parks. Um, they just canceled everything. And the Hulu app, and then what? Not even like within 2 days, like 2 or 3 days, they already had announced that he was going back on air. And that's what I was telling people, like, you could protest is good, but if you want to really be heard, take your fucking money. That's what they don't like. You got to take your fucking money off their businesses. I remember when my brother was like, oh, but if Biden does this, that, and the third, like the big companies are going to screw us over. No, they, even if they try to, they need us. We don't fucking need them. Big companies, we don't fucking need them. They need us. They need our money, right? Like, it's like me. I need my hair clients. Like, I need my clients. Like, I need my Etsy. Like, wherever I'm making money, I need my clients, right? That's how I make my money. It's not the other way around. But I also don't work for nobody. So it's like, but yeah, the big companies, like, do you see how fast they fucking put them back on air? And they said indefinitely. It wasn't like, oh, temporarily. It was almost like, to me, indefinitely means it'll be a long time before y'all hear anything about this. And within 2 days, we already knew he was coming back on air. Like, that's where you fucking hurt them. But people are so fucking scared, and they're running this fucking country like a fucking dictatorship. Like, it's just a fucking mess. So anyways, I didn't mean to go into politics and stuff like that, but I could talk about this all day. But I was saying, Anila, like, if he is definitely into that stuff, then he is seeing things that, honestly, it's scary out here. You really don't know what to do. And I think that's why too I'm been like chilling, like trying to just be as mindful even with my mindset, because I'm like, I literally been saying that there's no such thing as what is it that oh my god, what is it they're saying we're going through? That, like, even like, I know even with my hair clients, like, they're not scheduling as often as they were. Like, people aren't, everything is so expensive right now that people can't afford certain things that they used to. So, you know, I just say that doesn't, none of it affect, like, there's no such thing as inflation and stuff like that. Like, that's what I affirm. But yeah, if he's into that shit, he's definitely in a place where you're worried because you don't know what the fuck is gonna happen. When you have a sitting president that's forcing certain, like, states, like, to remap so that they can take over certain seats, that people should be scared of that, because you're not even doing it fairly. You're dictating. You're being a dictator. Like, you're trying to censor people. Like, he doesn't want people to say anything bad about him, but you just, all you do is talk about Joe Biden. Like, I don't understand that either. Joe Biden supposedly didn't do anything, and all you've been doing is is like erasing his history. Yeah. You gotta teach me that, Anila. I started to get into that like years ago, but I never found someone that could really explain it to me. So I'm like, I am not putting my money there. You know, but I put some little stocks on Cash App, and when I closed out my app, I got like $3,000 from there, and I think I had it since like 2001. And you know, I actually forgot about it. It wasn't until they sent me. I had a deposit in my bank, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" What they did was they sold my stocks. Is what it did. What they did. All right, let's see. What is David the Capricorn's energy torche? I gotta let me screenshot. Oh yeah, I could probably do that then. I'm gonna look into that. That's something I'll study before the end of the year. I have some goals for myself this season until my birthday. What is David the Capricorn's energy torche? The World card. That's, you see, everything is mindset. That's why I fucking love doing mindset stuff. Like I could talk about this shit all day because your mindset is everything. The Justice. So many cards. The Nine of Pentacles. I feel like, first of all, I feel like he wants to talk to you, Shay. I feel like you've been on his mind and he wants to set the record straight. What is this? He's wondering if you're single. What is this? Show me the Justice. What is he? Girl, he wants to apologize. He wants to apologize and have a new beginning with you. Have you been manifesting him? Maybe you stopped thinking about him. I don't know, because I'm getting the Seven of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles. Thank you, Anila. Yeah, I'm going to look into that stuff. You too. And yeah, don't ignore him. When he say shit, be like, all right, you got it. Like, whatever. The fool, girl, he wants a new beginning. He has been thinking about you like crazy. Show me the Seven of fucking cups. Look, he wants to have, girl, this energy is so good. I listen to my sleep tapes. That's how, Andrew. Yeah, so I feel like, yeah, I would laugh in his face too. Like, okay, you got it. Whatever. Girl, he wants to come in and have some type of victory with you. The Queen of Pentacles, you know, she's the wifey here. I feel like he's hoping that you'll be welcoming when he comes in. I'm seeing wanting a new beginning, wanting a fresh start. Like, even if you see this right here, like I said, he wants to have like a small gesture, maybe apologize. He has like a rose in his hand. I never noticed that the fool has a rose in his hand. So it's like, you know, when somebody just like was walking down the block and just like cut like a rose from somebody's bush, like that's what I'm seeing, like wanting to, like, even if it's something small like that. The Three of Wands tells me that he's kind of waiting for the perfect time. He could be waiting for like a sign from you. I don't know where he thinks he's gonna get the sign from, or just waiting for a sign from the universe. Look, he's waiting for a sign from you. Maybe he's hopeful that you're gonna reach out to him. Maybe he's like, yeah, she'll reach out to me at some point. Show me more. The Magician. Girl. Anyways, you know how I say. I always say that, like, um, no matter what your manifestations, you're always gonna get them. It's just sometimes people be like, that's it, I'm done. And you know what? I was just listening to this like podcast this morning where they were saying like even with like goals, like people will work on a project for years, right? Or like let's say months, and then they'll be like, oh my god, nothing's happening, I'm gonna give up. And they're like, that's when you're supposed to like really go hard, because when you're ready to give up, that's usually when it's about to come in. And I feel like that's what they're saying. Like, um your manifestations are always going to come in. People tend to just give up on them because, it's like, oh my God, it's not coming, I'm giving up. But it doesn't mean that you're never going to. That's why sometimes people be like, I was manifesting that person years ago. Like, they suddenly showed up because you let go of that resistance. And it's not necessarily that, oh, they felt that I pulled my energy away and no, it's just, you let go of the resistance. So I feel like with the Magician and the Judgment, like whatever, when you were manifesting him, I feel like now is when he's getting that clarity, like that wake up call. Because that's what the Judgment is to me. It's like a breakthrough that's happened, is a wake up call, it's an awakening, and that's literally what's happening here. The Ten of Cups with the Ten of Swords. I do feel like he just wants to put an end to the quietness, to how things ended. He feels like I feel like even though things ended in a drastic way, it's not that he didn't give a fuck. Like, he's saying that he was also hurt because he does have feelings for you. Yeah, look, the Nine of Wands. He's hopeful that you'll speak to him. I just think that he is waiting for some type of sign from you. The only sign he's gonna get is in your mind, because you don't need to give him no fucking sign. That's how I'll be saying. I'm like, you want a sign from me? Cool. In the fucking mind. Because you're not about to waste my fucking time. I'm not about to waste my time with you. I'm not going to give nobody no fucking sign in the 3D. All right, let's see. What's the tea with this guy, with David the Cat? Drama starter, grudge holder, child services, kids risk of being taken, or is about reporting neglect, abuse. Maybe he's like abusive too. Like, maybe he's noticing that he could be like a little bit verbal. I want to say verbally abusive. Like, maybe he'll start shit, like he pushes people's buttons is what I'm getting, and then he'll pretend like he's hurt. um Karmic friends, can't fully trust them, tension, secret competition, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Photo proof, getting evidence, so he could be looking for you, like trying to see what you're up to. Car list, no car, repo, car issues, he could be like having some karma coming his, or like dealing with karma. Bankrupt, fake accounts, a love triangle, third party, multiple lovers, choices. I feel like he just always makes bad choices, honestly. Screenshot, getting evidence, proof, facts. Uninterested. See, I feel like he sees that you may be uninterested. I'm not surprised that happens once you. And we have bad habits, drugs, addictions, toxicity, and it came out with Boss Daddy. So, which is stable, rich, business owner, CEO, big dick energy. He could be like someone that, honestly, he could probably be like a boss, but he maybe spends his money on dumb shit. If that makes sense. Like, he spends his money on like dumb ass shit. I didn't like him and I didn't. Yeah, yeah. I feel like that's what I always say too. There's certain people that I feel like are worth manifesting back into your life, and then there's some people that I just wouldn't like touch. Like, and that's just me being honest. He's young, and that's like, yeah. I feel like there's some people that there's certain situations. Like, if it's somebody that you don't even like and you don't, I would just not give a fuck, to be honest. But I wouldn't waste my time or energy, because manifestation does, you know, you're taking time to do this and energy. I don't, nah. Okay, Jazz. So yeah, not surprised if you like kind of, hi Shayna, how are you? I'm not surprised if you like, yeah, decided like it wasn't worth your time. There are certain people, certain things I'm like, I don't really give a fuck about that. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like that's even with like friendships. Like, some people I could be like, yeah, she'll reach back out, and then other people be like, I don't give a fuck if I ever hear from that person again. I don't give a fuck. Like, that's literally like my attitude with certain things. Like, oh well, whatever, fuck it. And thank you, Shay. I hope that was helpful. But it looks like he's all in now. It looks like he want to be all in now. So don't be surprised if you hear from him soon. No, I said I'll be right back. My bad. If he's coming at me like that, I don't want it. Yeah. I mean, what's the love triangle? I mean, just take those cards how it resonate, because that was, remember, that says, like, to me, third parties could be anything, work, other people. It just, yeah, take it how it resonates. I didn't clarify on those cards. I didn't get any energy from that. Just the card that came out. It could just be there. Remember that it was saying something about his spending. So his spending could be a issue. So remember, that love triangle for me is always third. Like, it's third. I look at it as third party. So, third party shit could be anything. That's why I be saying my person is perfect. Wait, yo, somebody, where is this at? They put Putin's whack, twisted, and Trump's a hole. See, that's why I don't talk about politics, because then that should be showing up on my stuff. Wait, I gotta grab my charger, y'all. All right, let's see, just what does Jess need to know about her connection with Jay? These people are crazy. What does Jess need to know about her connection with Jay? the Four of Cups, the Seven of Swords, the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, the Five of Wands. What does Justine say about her connection with Jay? The Magician, the Judgment, the Nine of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, the Two of Swords. Clarify the Two of Swords. Clarify this Nine of Swords. Clarify the Nine of Wands. Hold on, just somebody's knocking. Be right back. All right, I'm back. My bad, y'all. All right, Jess. So we are going to start off with the Four of Cups, clarified by the Two of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. So when it comes to your connection with Jay, I feel like the cards are showing me that the story isn't over. It's very, very much alive. We already know that. Um, but it's going through a process of renewal. Like, at least that's how it's showing up here. And we kind of know that because obviously when you're manifesting and when you're bringing in a certain energy back in, you're bringing it in at um a different version of them, right? But you're also becoming a different version of you at the same time, even if it's not like drastically noticed, right? This could be like subtle changes that are happening. I feel like with the Four of Cups clarified by the Two of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, he may appear distant, or maybe you feel sometimes like he's uninterested on the surface, but that's not the truth of the connection. Deep down, there's still mutual love and the potential for long-term stability here. What looks like, I don't want to use rejection, but spirit is using that. What may look like rejection is really him sitting in his own feelings, maybe unsure of how to act, but the bond is still there, right? um I feel like he could still be trying to understand certain things because, I feel like when you decide that something is done and it's over, you obviously made up your mind that that's what it is, right? But then when you start to notice that the feelings are way stronger than you probably even expected, then it's like, oh fuck, right? And I feel like with the Seven of Swords is showing um possibly like avoidance, right? He hasn't fully faced his feelings or the connection, but that's only at times. I think that sometimes it's almost like I'm avoiding it, but I'm still looking. Like, I'm still looking. I'm avoiding my feelings, but I'm still looking. And that could just come from fear, because the Seven of Swords does talk about like needing to watch over your shoulder because of certain fears that are still there. Yet the Nine of Cups tells me that you are his wish fulfillment. His emotional satisfaction. He does want this, even if he doesn't always show it, or even if fear kicks in sometimes, because I don't feel like it's all the time. I think it's just sometimes. I feel like with the Nine of Wands being clarified by the Death card, it says there's some guardedness and maybe like walls between you two right now, but it's transforming. So like the old cycle of fear and defensiveness is absolutely ending, and we've been getting that even in his the channel readings, because I feel like we've been seeing less and less of him bringing up the fears, even though he'll bring it up here and there, but he's almost bringing it up as like a past tense thing. He doesn't bring it up as like a current thing. And I believe that was like in your last channel, if I remember correctly, when he spoke about it, it was almost like if it was in the past but not currently. So he's definitely like, he's crossed that bridge already, is what I was saying. um I feel like the old cycle again of fear defensiveness is absolutely like he's overcome that. Like, he's past the bridge and he's making space for something new. The Three of Pentacles shows there is a foundation here already. This connection can be rebuilt, so it's almost like you guys, where you guys start. So let's just say, like, for me, it's like building brick by brick. It's like, okay, we only got to like the second row. Let's just kind of reinforce this and then keep building on that. So it's almost like I feel like you guys did have some type of foundation that you laid, but you just didn't reinforce it, and now you're gonna that's what you'll be doing. And I feel like with the Five of Wands and the Queen of Swords, I feel like it's mostly like just inner conflict with him and maybe like some overthinking. I feel like he gets in his head about how to approach this. So it's not about whether he's going to approach it, it's more so how he's going to approach it, which is not a bad thing. Actually, it's a good thing, because when you're in a place of like, do I approach this or not, then you're uncertain of what you want to do. But when you're certain that you are going to do this, you just don't know how to do it, that's progress. So I wanted to make sure that you know that there is progress here. um I feel like this is why he doesn't, it gets conflicting for him, because I feel like sometimes, and I'm not gonna try to laugh, but it's like he sees you and you look really good and he wants to compliment you and be like, damn, you look good as fuck. But then he's like, no, I want to be more emotionally available to her. Like, I don't want to come in as like that. Like, that's a dick move. um so even though he's being logical, and maybe a little bit more guarded in his approach, it doesn't mean that he doesn't feel, because you do have the magician and the judgment here, which are very fucking powerful. This is all about manifestation and awakening. You have the power to call this connection back into alignment, and he will also feel a push to rise into his higher self regarding this relationship, and I feel like that is exactly where he's at. This is obviously like second chance energy, right? Because for me the judgment is like you're going from one place to another and you're deciding that, like you're he's like, what I would say is like, even though he gets like a little scared, logical, maybe them fears come in, he's also letting life do what it's supposed to do. So like before he may have been blocking, like, I'm saying life because I don't know why, I don't know if he gravitates to like the universe or like spirit. So I'm saying life, he's like letting life push him to where he needs to be. And it's not even like a hard push, he's letting them like glide, where before they could have been like go, and he's just there like, ugh, like I'm not moving, I'm gonna stay here, I'm gonna be stubborn, which I feel like he's not there anymore. He's like letting loose is what I'm getting. So with the Nine of Swords clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like it does show that both of you, okay, carry fear, worry, maybe sleepless nights over this, but the wheel says circumstances can definitely shift suddenly. Let me get one on this. Girl, look, if you stay steady, the transformation will happen. Like, it's happening. I mean, it's already happening, but you will feel the progress. You'll see it more. And it's both of you, because I always say this is for me, the chariot, when I'm reading on a connection, I'm getting both energies, like deciding, like, fuck it, we're gonna do this. And like, you got the Ten of Cups at the bottom. So it's like, to me, the wheel, again, the wheel is, it says circumstances can definitely shift suddenly. This doesn't have to stay in a painful, long drawn out cycle, because change is destined here. So like, I feel like you can basically say, like, if he wanted, so how he could be looking at it is like, this is my destiny, this is fated, where you look at it differently because of, you know who you are, like, you're a manifester, so you look at it as differently, right? You know what, how you can create, where for him is coming in as, this is fated, this is a fated connection, this is destined. So that's really powerful for people that are like on the out there, not consciously awakened, because when they feel like something is just meant to be, they just make it happen, right? It's not forced. With the Knight of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles, I feel like this connection is definitely going to be moving forward. There is still a little bit of slow energy here. Again, I would definitely like try to focus on your fears, of letting go your fears. Again, being more assertive, because I feel like he's definitely picking up on your fears. I feel like with the Two of Swords, like, he's holding on to you tightly. He's not letting you go. But we got to get to the point where it's like, we're going to shift this, right? Which it is shifting, but maybe slowly. So there's still shifts happening here, Jess, and I don't want you to get discouraged, because they're still happening. It's just maybe a little slower than you're wanting. Then you have the Two of Swords clarified by the Seven of Cups. This shows this shows his maybe like indecision at times. He struggles with choices, and I feel like we've gotten this for him a lot. His struggle is not knowing what he wants to do, is more so how he wants to do it. So that's what I'm getting here with this. And like, I feel like ultimately though, because we do have the Six of Wands and the King of Wands, it's showing victory coming from him. coming from him. It's showing victory, and I feel like it's showing recognition and action from him. He does want to step up and come forward with confidence, and I feel like he's definitely there. I feel like this connection obviously is not broken, it's transforming. So I would, you know how I said like you're not in remember how I was saying, instead of like saying we're in waiting, we can look at it as like we're in preparation, and like, you know, getting working on things that you want to work on and stuff like that. That's how, what the energy I'm getting here is not, it's not broken and it's not over. It's just still in transforming. Even though at times he may be a little guarded or conflicted with what his next action is, like how that looks, the love and long-term potential is still very, very present in his mind and his heart. I feel like, you know, I'm using the universe because we're using tarot, and that's the word spirit is using. The universe is pushing both of you through a cycle of growth, which is that Death card, the Judgment, the Wheel of Fortune. And your persistence and your assumptions is key here. You are the magician here. Your focus and faith shape how this plays out. The outcome shows recognition, passion, forward movement. Even if the process feels slow or unclear at times, he sees you as his true partner, as his destined partner, meant to be. And he'll definitely want to take action towards rebuilding this with you. Um, Let me get, I want to do, I want to do for you. I'm going to do these two, but I'm also going to do, I want to get some advice for you. So, all right, Spirit's still talking. So, I would say, like, when it comes to advice, the most important thing is for you to stop reading the 3D maybe as rejection. I don't know what your definition is to the 3D, right? Like, when it comes to him, whatever that is, whether it's rejection, whether it's not readiness, whether it's whatever it is, stop it. Um, I feel like his heart is very much tied to you. Um, Even though he may be, again, being too logical and conflicted about how to come towards you. I feel like if you're telling yourself like maybe he's avoiding you, or maybe um like things like he doesn't care, or like, you know, he's just taking time, again, like he's just working on himself, or whatever it is, the story that you have told yourself as to why this hasn't happened. And maybe that's where you need to find like your why hasn't this happened. And I'll tell you a story like when I'm off of here, because I had to like think about this the other day. Maybe that's why this is coming up. So instead of doing that, your job is to assume the end, where him and you are like, you know, again, happy, fully committed, in a happy, fully committed relationship. See him again as like the King of Wands, very confident, passionate, and moving toward you, not the man who's indecisive or fearful. Because the King of Wands is very fucking secure in himself, like very secure. You know, with the Magician and Judgment that was here, I would say, um, your biggest reminder is that you have the power to revive the connection through your assumptions. So whenever fear creeps in, gently shift to your truth, like that he loves you, he chooses you, you know, we're meant to be. And I feel like that is a good way to look at it, like he knows we're meant to be, like, because I feel like that is how it's showing up for him. It's showing up as destined, which is very like the universe, or like, you know, someone outside of him is bringing this together. So I would definitely like um plant seeds there, where he's like, you know, whenever you think outside of like your affirmations, like, yeah, he knows we're destined, like I'm his destined partner, or, you know, like he knows we're fated, or however you want to word it, but use that, because I do feel like that was a strong energy. So like, you know, we're meant to be and we're already together, like he knows I'm the one, he's always known I'm the one, something like that, right? I know the Wheel of Fortune was there, which is, it does talk about things turn quickly. So don't force it, don't chase it, don't analyze his every move. Your role is to just stay steady. I remember how I was saying yesterday, like your feminine energy, your soft energy is what calls him in. I would definitely embody that even more. And the more you persist, obviously, the more the old walls crumble. So we know, if you have to use revision as it comes up, revise it on the spot. Continue to focus on the end, stay calm and steady, embody your worth, which is the Queen of Cups plus, the Empress that was there yesterday, was it right? He's magnetized to that energy. And trust the shift, right? Trust the shift that's happening. The old cycle is crumbling. So stop giving your energy to the old version of him. We have fire sign Aries, Leo, Sag. There he goes. We have spy. Someone's got their eye on you. You are doing your research. So y'all could both be checking each other out. I have not used this deck in a while. Cycles, fate, karma, something ending, something beginning. But didn't I say he feels like the connection is faded? Like, you're his destined partner? I would specifically use that kind of wording. Like, for some reason, I feel like that's where he's at. I mean, you could find the wording that fits, like, you, but that kind of means that someone is full of themselves. You know what I get with this? Even though it says narcissist, I'm not getting narcissist energy. I feel like he's looking at you as, like, you're looking really good. Like, you're looking really good. And he likes that when you embody that. Look, as I say, that intimacy, sexual chemistry, reminiscing, vacation, you will be traveling soon. Didn't I say he want to take you on to an island? Didn't I fucking say that? We have love cell. You've been bewitched. Maybe he feels that way. Pregnancy, someone is expecting, but this for me is that Empress energy. So, like, whatever, what's our favorite saying, Jess? Whatever you focus on grows. We have health issues could arise. I feel like this is more about, like, the mental dieting, making sure your mental diet is on point. Okay, they'll be back. Expect to hear from them soon. Open your heart, it will attract more love. And then we have earth sign here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I feel like we just got past, girl, look, a freaking ladybug. Yes, luck is on your side. I feel like since Virgo season, things shifted with you guys, and Virgo season started at the end of August. So I'm not surprised, because I feel like that's when, oh my God, yeah, I remember your reading. I always go back to that July reading. I don't remember everybody's readings, but yours stood out to me because there was a specific message about changes happening with you and with him, like in the connection, you being more, again, more in your power. And I feel like since Virgo season, things shifted really drastically for you guys, that you may not be seeing it in the 3D, but it is happening. I did in the channel, yeah, the vacation. Some of these cards reminded me of that channeled reading. And I'm telling you, I have not used this deck. Can't even tell you how long it's been. But Spirit wanted me to use it. So I did. So that is for you, Jess. And I hope, let me know if you need anything clarified. And Shayna, let me know if you're here. I do have your question. Let me just pull up PayPal. All right, let's see. What's up, Basilio? And you're still with Basilio. That's good. I love that for you. I need to work on together or separately in order to manifest financial abundance. All right, let's see. Oh, moving instantly. I love that. Good. All right, what do they need to work on together or separately in order to manifest financial abundance? This came out sideways. I'm not taking that. Three of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune. The Moon. The Magician. The Lovers. The Page of Swords. You know what? I'm going to use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Let me just... Girl, you got good cards here. I'll be right back. Let me just use the restroom. All right, I'm back. I had to go grab another bottle of water. I was so thirsty. All right, I'm gonna have to do it when I'm done because I'm on a reading. So I will have to check. Um, all right, so when it comes to you and him manifesting financial abundance, the cards are showing very powerful potential between the two of you. So I feel like with the Nine of Pentacles and the Empress, you're being asked to step fully into your own sense of independence, abundance, and worth. This is about knowing you already are the woman who attracts wealth and opportunities with ease. You create from overflow, not from lack. So, for me, the Empress, she's magnetic, right? She's a magnet. When you embody her, prosperity flows naturally. She doesn't look like she's not ever in the getting, she's always in the receiving end, right? The Four Wands with the King of Wands, it shows that stability and leadership are key for him. So him being more assertive with himself and also knowing his power, I feel like together you need to celebrate the wins you already have, no matter how small. And he needs to stand firm as a visionary, someone who sets the tone with confidence and direction. I feel like this combination shows that when you both create a secure and joyful home environment, a joyful home environment, money has space to grow. With the Queen of Cups and the Three of Cups, it reminds you to keep love, harmony, and emotional flow at the center of this journey. Financial abundance isn't just about strategy; it's about keeping energy light. I always say this: money and financial opportunities, or however it's money. Let's just say money, right? It's energy. Everything is energy. Everything flows from you. It's not an object. And as long as you understand that money is energy, however you call it in is how it shows up. This is also going with like, what are your beliefs when it comes to financial abundance? Do you believe that that money is easy, right? Like that money does grow on trees, right? We learn a lot of things, like how I teach people when it comes to coaching. All of our beliefs that we have now are things that we learned growing up. So like, I know we've all always heard money doesn't grow on trees. Technically, it does because paper grows on trees, right? So kind of like embodying that energy of like, well, yeah, money does grow on trees. Having good beliefs when it comes to money. So I would say write down what are your beliefs when it comes to money, and maybe have him write down his beliefs when it comes to money, right? The negative beliefs, well, I would say write them all, but do like your negative and then your positive beliefs, because you have to have some positive beliefs, right? So write the negative, write the positive, keep the positive, and then those negative ones, start changing them. Right next to it, write the opposite of that. So like, again, money doesn't grow on trees. Well, now it does. Now in your mind, money does grow on trees. Money flows to you easily. Um, so that I will definitely work on that. I feel like um also being supportive and connected with one another. So like for me, it's like when you both celebrate each other, the energy multiplies. I feel like everybody's situation is different, and for you guys to bring it in together is definitely like being more in celebration energy than anything else. And I'm not talking about that whoop-de-woo energy, like frequency and stuff like that. No, like just again being more positive, like your mindset. All you have to change when it comes to manifestation is your mindset around whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. So your thoughts, like again, whatever negative thoughts you have, get rid of them and start replacing them with positive ones. So I'm not talking about like, oh, frequency, we have to be in high vibes. Like, no, no, no. I mean, like, you feed off of each other because you're together, and that's like even with friendships. If you're more positive around finances, he will too, and that just kind of multiplies for y'all. um I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune and the moon being here, it's showing that this is talks about cycles and illusions. Financial abundance is already turning in your favor, but you both have to watch out again for fear-based thinking, which is what I was covering, right? Or falling into illusions like it's too hard, things aren't moving fast enough. Those are just temporary shadows. Trust that the wheel is turning in your favor. So it's always gonna be, no matter what you're seeing in the 3D, like, which meaning like your bills that are coming in, one affirmation that I've used is, one, I'm a money magnet. That's one. And then the other one that I use, I always have more than enough money. Because if you have more than enough money, then you're financially abundant. So you have more than enough money to spend and still have money saved. That's how I look at that affirmation. So with the Magician and the Lovers, it says that together you are incredibly powerful manifestors, which is what I was getting here anyways. Like with the Empress, again, everything that grows comes from her, right? Like she gives life to whatever she wants. And then you have the King of Wands here, which is a visionary. Like whatever he decides is going to happen is what happens for him, right? And that's what you guys have to embody, that you are incredible powerful manifestors. You both need to stay conscious of the stories you're telling about money. Align your words and thoughts and assumptions to match your financial freedom. So, which is what I was saying, like, you don't have to do anything outside of you. It's more in your mindset. I feel like you're creating as a team. So I don't feel like it has to be, the only thing that I would say separately is obviously he has to have a certain mindset too. But I also will say, I want to say the more you see yourselves as partners in this manifestation, the faster it unfolds, because you both are showing up. Like I said, these are really good cards. The Moon is also a card that, for me, it talks about what you're not seeing happening behind the scenes, that's working out in your favor. Another way that you can see it is that you're the creator of everything, and he's gonna show up if you're the creator of everything, right? He's going to show up the way you decide he shows up. So I will start to see him as financially abundant, like rich as fuck. Like whatever you want to say, start seeing him that way in your head, and he will start showing up that way. Like he will definitely show up in that way. He's already a powerful being on his own, but if we want to take it there, like another step, like where you are the one that's like solely changing the atmosphere here, then I will start seeing yourself as one, the Empress and the Magician, the creator of everything, and then have him show up in the version that you want. So like I said, financially abundant, rich as fuck, financially stable, however you want to see him. If you want to see him making over $100,000 a year, just do that. You don't have to worry about the when and the how, because tarot language, the universe will conspire to make it happen. So I don't care if he's making $20,000 right now. If you decide that from this day forward he makes $150,000, before you know it, he'll be making $150,000, and he don't need to have no type of background on nothing. It's just whatever you believe. With the Page of Swords and the Six of Wands, it shows that part. For me, the Page of Swords and the Six of Wands being here is showing basically like staying. I want to say like claiming victory before you see it. So that's another thing with manifestation. I think that a lot of people forget is like, you have to claim that victory before it shows up. You can't wait until it shows up to claim it. So it's like, start claiming that you're abundant now. Again, start claiming that y'all are rich as fuck. Start claiming that money flows in your lives easily. Money just shows up out of thin air. Like however you want to word it, do that, because I feel like seeing yourself as, again, with that victory already makes it just a lot more powerful. And that's how manifestation works. You have to claim it now and not wait for it to show up to claim it. So that's what I'm getting with that. I feel like you both are powerful together, but also, again, if you want to take the control of it and just kind of start seeing him as abundant and powerful, then, and yourself too, then definitely do that. Let me see with I want to do Do I want to do this or no? I want to use my goddess messages because they're more about manifestation. Part 2. I want to use those for the oracle. Where is it at? It's for Shayna. I want to say too with that Page of Swords, I meant to go back to it. I'm gonna say definitely say celebrating progress, even if it's small. So let's just say you guys decided to like play the lottery, right? And you're wanting to win like 50,000. Even if you win $50, just look at it as progress and not as like, oh my god, my manifestation didn't come true. Everything is progress. I would definitely say be curious, stay open to new opportunities, and like always again acknowledge your victories, both big or small, because recognition attracts more success. I always tell people that I work with, like, count your small wins as wins. Like, don't even look at them as small wins, they're still wins. All right, let's see. All right, you don't wait. It says you don't manifest what you want, you manifest what you are being. So again, embodying the version of you who already is financially abundant. Worth, you don't earn value, you embody it, which is what I was just saying. You have awareness. Your goddess self doesn't fight the mirror, she changes the face in it. So this is basically saying, again, embodying the person who already is financially abundant brings more of that. You have self-concept. Your self-concept is the script. So upgrade the role you gave yourself. So again, that's about saying, claiming that you are already financially abundant, that money comes to you easily, that you can manifest money easily. You also have self-concept here. Identity you claim. The identity you claim is the only one that counts. Self-concept, if you want them to treat you like a goddess, then assume you are. So that goes back to like the same thing. Self-love, your reflection is begging you to love yourself harder. So this for me feels more like knowing that you're valuable, that you're worthy of financial abundance. So again, I would definitely have you and him, or even if you don't want to even do it with him, I have couples that do it together, that I've like coached together, and they'll be manifesting different things. So but I feel like the woman, she's kind of really steps into her power, and I feel like as long as you step into your power, like, he's gonna show up the way you want him to. We have self-love. Self-love is not selfish, it's magnetic. Awareness, catch your spiral before it spins out of control. Remember, you're in control. So this is like your negative beliefs. Like, people are, I mean, finances is a big thing. I always say finances and love is a big thing in the community of law of assumption. That's how I manifest. And it's always like the thoughts of like, I'm broke as fuck. Oh my god, the bills are piling up. Like, you can acknowledge it, but don't dwell in it, because obviously you're gonna see it, right? That's what your 3D is, like the stuff that's showing up in front of you. You can acknowledge it, but just don't dwell in that energy all day long, because I have people that I see them posting how broke they are all day long, and then I'm like, you wonder why you're broke as fuck, because you keep pouring in that energy into your life. You have expansion. Expansion feels uncomfortable only because you're leveling up. Another thing to keep in mind when it comes to manifestation, and this is not for everybody, but I always let people know this, you may, like, let's say you start affirming today that money flows easily towards you. You may have some little hiccups that happen the next few days, like a bill that came from out of nowhere. Don't panic. It's just your old stories that are kind of like coming out to go in the trash. Like, you just gotta let them go in the trash. It's almost like, have you ever started a skin regimen and like, or even vitamins? I've had vitamins where I started taking vitamins and then like my skin broke. Like, now my skin is breaking out, but it's because it's like cleaning out from the inside out. That's how I look at manifestation. Like, whatever you've been holding on inside has to pour out, and it will, and it can. You just can't act. You just can't dwell in it, is what I was saying. So just keep that in mind, because I think too many people get focused on that when things kind of start to go a little opposite from what you're affirming or manifesting, and like they start to freak out, like it's not working. No, it's always working. It's just you gotta let that trash come out. And as long as you tell yourself that's the old story, then it'll be just the old story. Just keep focusing on what you're wanting. You have the law. The law bends to your state, not the other way around. So basically, the law is the law of assumption manifestation. It's all gonna bend to your favor. So again, like I was saying, I'm just throwing numbers. If he's making 20,000 and you decided that from now on you're gonna see him as the version of him that makes 150,000, you don't need to worry about where he's gonna be working at, what he's gonna be doing. You don't have to worry about that, because it will bend in your favor no matter what. It doesn't matter. I've seen people, like success stories where I've like seen people that literally they had no education, no nothing, and started affirming that they make us, like, I think the one guy was like 130,000, and before he knew it, like, it was a job that he didn't even have any qualifications for. I think a friend called him, but the friend didn't even work there, and he was like, I don't even have the qualifications for it. And then he went to the job interview and they fucking loved this guy. No qualifications, and he got this high ass position. Power belief is your superpower. Use it. You have abundance. More was always meant for you. The love, the money, the opportunities, the life, none of it is too much. Another thing too is what I tell people when I ask them, like, how much, I'll sometimes ask people, is there a certain amount of money you want to manifest? Do not, do not, do not settle. So like, if you feel like I want to make $5,000 a week, then that's what you're gonna start affirming. Like, don't start second guessing. I tell people all the time, don't be like, well, commonly people make, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because God is limitless. So you can make $10,000 a week. You have authority. Stop waiting for the crown. It's already on. So I feel like, and also to worth validation, please, you are the validation you need. So again, if you start claiming that you are abundant, I don't care. And I would say, don't even talk to people about your manifestations, because people have no belief in themselves. They're not gonna have belief in you. So yeah, I would say, like, don't be scared to claim what you want, because whether you believe in the universe, whether you believe in God, or you believe it's your subconscious mind, man, like, that's bringing this in, they're gonna make it happen. There's no limit to what you can have. So have that mindset too. So that is what I have for you, my love. I hope that was helpful. I feel like you both are powerful together. Change your mindsets around money. But if you want to just really focus on you, it doesn't matter what his mindset is, as long as you see him as, the version you want to see him when it comes to finances. So that's what I have for you, boo. You're welcome. I've been on for like 2 hours. I didn't even feel like that. A little over 2 hours. All right. So, my folks, are you here? Hi, everyone. Welcome in. Please like the stream. Damn, it's already 3 o'clock. Like, what the heck? I was gonna do something. I forgot what it was. What was it? I don't know. I don't know. Jess, what are you doing? Jess, I'm gonna end Def Plus. Um, do you want some messages or something, Jess? I just did finish some orders. Okay, good. What do you want? Like goddess messages? You want messages from your man? You want what's coming towards you? You want what's the tea? Say nah. I wouldn't give you what's the tea. You're gonna crash the fuck out. You're gonna crash out from your castle, from your princess castle. Message from your man. I'm assuming you want orange, right? I'm assuming you want orange. All right, let's see. It does just. You think it's like maybe like you're slouching or something? What does Jay want to say to Jess? I thought running from my feelings would protect me. You are perfection to me. Nice and Slow by Usher. I keep coming up with excuses on why I shouldn't reach out to you. Can we talk about this over dinner? I'm trying to numb my pain. You always make me want to be a better person. I know you needed this space, but please come back soon. You are my very last thought before I go to sleep. I can't stand the thought of you being with someone else. You're constantly on my mind. I'm trying to figure out what to say to you. Yeah, I know that's what it is. Just fucking say it. I want to hear your voice. I'm not letting you go. Yeah, the fucking Four of Pentacles. Motherfucker, say something. Oh my God. All right. Let me chill. All right, let me look for this reading. Let me stop playing around. Look for this reading. Yeah, like, damn. Say it's fucking something. What the fuck is wrong with you? You know what? That's how I'm gonna start talking to my manifestation. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, show the fuck up right now. Okay, I don't know where my AirPods are at. Gotta be around here somewhere. Alright, let's see. When the heck did I do this? It was the 21st. That was Sunday. And it was the evening live. Let me see. Where the fuck is my... You found it? Okay. I was looking right now. Was it the same? What was the number? I was checking for you right now. Cause why I feel like I did it at the beginning, like as soon as I came on live that day. But I don't know. I don't know. I thought I typed it in there. It was at okay, okay. And I put 14. That was probably most likely a mistake. And I remember your reading. So, all right, let me know if you need anything clarified. I'm going to get off, guys. I'll be back later. I meant to go on through StreamYard today too. I forgot. I wanted to like get a get back on StreamYard because I could do a little more. But yeah, I forgot. All right, guys, love you all. Thank you for being here. I will see you later. Just thank you so much. I'll talk to you later.